Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Bean Counting with the Accountants. My name is Captain Explody, and I'm here to bring you whatever I just said. Bean Counting with the Accountants, I guess. Sometimes known as Animal Crossing every day. But if we wanted to start bean counting, by the way, bean counting isn't literally counting beans. It's a phrase accountants use. I don't know what it means. It probably means something really boring. So let's not dwell on that. Let's just sit in the rain and figure some stuff out. So we got 3 letters. This is probably bad news. We have a special offer today in studying retro TV. As always, we have a wide variety of other items as well. Why not stop by? Okay. Current house is nice. Thank you. I worked very hard on it. My dear Explody, I certainly hope you're remembering to brush your teeth at night. I can't keep you from living with beasts, but I can at least remind you to save your gums. Do animals brush? I feel like referring to my friends as beasts is a little much. Don't you think? It's a little too far. I think you should apologize, mother. My beast friends are fine. Do you remember Beast Wars, which was like Transformers, but they were like animals? I'm like, who came up with that idea? The Transformers guys that were like, we need to make more toys. What do we do? I know, let's say that before they were trucks, they were animals. And that will make sense. Does anybody know what the lore of Beast Wars is? I would really like to know. Because I used to watch Beast Wars on like TV, but I don't really know what the deal is, right? Let me explain what I mean by that. So the Transformers, they're from a planet, right? Where I don't remember the name of the planet, so somebody else could tell me that too. But the Transformers were from a planet. It wasn't Unicron, right? Unicron was like the bad planet, wasn't it? They were from some planet, and they all could turn into stuff that looked suspiciously like stuff you would find on Earth. Like regular stuff you would find on Earth, right? The Transformers were robots, but they could transform into cars and trucks and tape players and things like this, right? The good ones and the bad ones. So they had like the Decepticons and the Autobots, but they still all, regardless of your team, regardless of what side of evil you were on, everybody was pretty much the same. That's what I don't get about Transformers. They were all the same, really. Hi, Mitzi. Let's read a letter. Okay, let's read a letter. I'm sure it'll make any sense to you. Listen up, Mitzi. Do you like music? Do the sounds of chirping insects soothe your heart? This village is full of interesting noises. Some sounds only you can hear. Seek them out. Beautiful. It's a beautiful, beautiful letter. I'll find them for you next time. Thanks, Mitz. See you later. So like the robots were all really the same when you thought about it. They just had different ideals, and it's a real good metaphor for life when you think about it. You know, we're out here talking about which side we're on politically and musically, and whether you like Pokemon Red or Pokemon Blue better. But really, we're all the same people. You know, we're talking about the same thing here. It's just different sides of the same coin. And maybe we need to slow down and realize that we're actually exactly like the robots in Transformers. But they come from that planet, right? They're all cars and bikes and tape players and dinosaurs and stuff, right? So they're very clearly based on stuff from Earth, right? So do they explain that? Is at some point in the lore do they explain why Transformers, who live on a planet really far away from us, are based on stuff that is obviously from, you know, the last 50 years, 60, 70 years of Earth, right? Do they explain that? Probably not. So, oh, I got a pair. Lucky me. Lucky me. I'm so happy to get a pair. I'm a pair boy. So they don't explain that, right? But then at some point, as I understand it, I had to paint it for you. Painted it black. Oh, thank you, Carmen. Thank you. She said no need to thank me. I disagree. She fucking painted my house black. Somebody's got some smarts. I'm gonna have to write Carmen a letter. Do I have paper? Writing Carmen a letter. Not to the museum. Tits. Alright. Rewrite. No, I want to change it. Who was it to Carmen? Carmen. Pom Pom. Is Pom Pom the duck? I don't remember. Thank you for painting my house. So, they don't explain how the Transformers all look like stuff from Earth, right? Very suspicious. But then the Beast Wars is what I want to know the lore of, because as I recall, they were like all on a ship or whatever, and they crash landed on Earth. But they look like animals and stuff, right? Boop, 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 boop. They look like animals that were also already from Earth, right? They look like rats and dinosaurs and stuff, which is a very different time period. Completely different. Dinosaurs and, you know, tigers. Very, very different time period. Very odd. But the way I remember it was they were all on like a spaceship, and the spaceship crashed. Maybe they weren't all on this spaceship, but you know, there was a spaceship that crashed on Earth, and then they lived on Earth, but like years and years ago, right? So like way, way before there would have been tape players and big trucks and stuff, right? So why were the Beast Wars animals? Like, I guess they were more primitive, right? But they were still also based on stuff from Earth. So why did they constantly just take their ideas from Earth? Do you know what I mean? What was it that the Transformer world? I mean, they were so powerful. They were robots that could change form over and over again. Like, Megatron went from a dinosaur to a big truck or whatever, right? Or what did he turn into? I don't remember. But like, they had the power to technologically like change their own form, and they were obviously spying on Earth, so they must have a technology that would be able to view Earth, right? Despite being thousands of light years away. They had all this technology at their disposal, and like, what did they do with it? They just decided to make it look like they were tape players from Earth. Like, why? I don't understand. So that's what I'm asking. I got really derailed on this. I don't know why I started talking about Beast Wars, but can somebody please explain to me the lore of Beast Wars? Like, why all that stuff happens? Like, why it makes sense? Because I don't get it, right? I'm just a lonely boy who doesn't understand things. To be fair, I didn't really pay a whole lot of attention of Transformers anyway, because, you know, I don't have any of the toys. It seemed really like it was a real marketing thing, and I didn't like that. You know, it was like, wow. I mean, the toys did look pretty cool, right? Have you seen that Megatron? Not Megatron. What do you call him? What's the main Optimus Prime? And then if you talk to him, he's like, okay, and he turns into like a whatever he's supposed to turn into. You've seen that, right? There's like a big toy where he's like, hello, I'm your friend. And then and if you say, oh, transform, he'll be like, okay. And then he starts to transform. And you're like, wow, that's crazy. He can do it, you know? It just like voice activated. So that's awesome. But like the whole Transformers thing was really made in order to get to part people with their money. And I feel like that's a little rich. But that's, you know, that's the problem with all these 80s cartoons, is that so many of them were just specifically for selling toys to people. They were all about the money, right? And therefore they made these really expensive cartoons. That's another thing I don't quite get either. Like, do people know how expensive it is to make cartoons? If you make cartoons specifically to make the toys, like, you gotta sell an awful lot of fucking toys in order for that cartoon to be successful, and then also for the toys to be successful, right? Now you've got two different things that you need to be successful. Unfortunately for them, Transformers was incredibly successful. They got lucky with that, I think. It turns out people really liked big old honking dinosaur cars. They had dinosaur cars. Why did they have dinosaur cars, you know? Very strange. Chip. Eloise. Is this where this goes? I'm gonna say yes. Alright, that's that. I'm gonna have to clean out the letter sometime. I'm losing a lot of space, man. Losing a lot of space. Ooh. So, I never really got Transformers. I like the film. I like the film because in the film, the kid's like, oh shit, or whatever. What does he say? The kid says something where the thing explodes. And people are like, I can't believe that kid said that. And you're like, well, really? If any of us were in that position as a kid, we would have said, oh shit, the world has exploded, you know? I would have been like, holy fuck, talking car, you know? They can talk English. They can all talk English. Why do they just get all of their fucking bits from Earth? Why don't they talk in like a robot language to each other that they would all understand? No, they all talk English, like natively, like that's what their normal language is. Fucking bizarre, dude. Transformers. I'm starting to think it's not really based on a true story. I think this is a bunch of bunk. This Transformers stuff. Don't come at me with this Transformers bullshit. All right, I don't want to hear it. Anyway, that'll do. Tomorrow is the last day for the stamp. So what we'll do tomorrow... Hang on, let me just check my inventory. It's not my inventory. Arc de Triomphe. We got that already, didn't we? Isn't it the one he gave us last time? Because if it is, we don't need it. We could sell it. Let me have a look. There it is. It's the Arc de Triomphe. Isn't it? It looks like it. Let me get some more light on it. Yeah, that's the same. We don't need that. Alright, perfect. So, what we're going to do tomorrow... Since tomorrow's the last day for the stamps, we're going to just stay in the morning. Instead of me fast forwarding to it like I did today, we're just going to get all the stamps, see what the present is, and then just walk around town. So I don't want a full inventory because I won't be able to sell anything. But that's what's going to happen tomorrow. We'll get there. We'll get there. I'm really sorry I spent today talking about Transformers. If you don't give a shit about Transformers, you're not going to have enjoyed today's episode. I'm real sorry. But again, tune in tomorrow. We'll do something else, okay? I promise. But thank you very much for watching. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for more adventures. So take it easy. Goodbye.